All right. It is just a beautiful thing to see, man. It's always beautiful to see this. Always beautiful to see this. Mm. Always beautiful to see. Mm. Hey, yo, what's up, Cave Trader? What's up? Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, replicado. Is that a what is that actually? Is that a copy trader or is that a an algo? I'm going to assume algo or copy trader. Oh, it's a copy trader. Okay. How much does it cost? Oh, you're trying out the free. Let's see. How much does it cost? I bought the Apex copy trader, but uh, I'm not going to download that onto my. I'm not going to download it onto my computer. It makes it $150 for a lifetime, huh? Do you have to download the application onto your laptop? So is this by Flowbots? Is this Flowbots? Hmm. Hey, what's up, Alfred? Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, well, now that I'm on this copy trading tip now I all of a sudden now I believe in copy trading and doubling, tripling my gains. So you're using your funded account as the leader and it's going to copy trade your evals. For those that know, use your practice account as the leader and then secretly attach your funded accounts to the practice account. You'll never lose a trade ever again. That's how you beat the system. Make the practice account your leader and trade from the practice account. Prop firms hate that one simple trick. I'm glad you caught on to that, Alfred, because I was definitely thinking about what you said. Smith literally made, dude. This is how you know that the practice account is undefeated. We tested it out twice. Smith got in a random location, full port, made $20,000 in the practice account. $20,000 random location on the chart. And then we do it again and gets the same results. You had to be there to believe it. You had to be there to believe it because it why is all trades in the practice account, no matter how crazy they are, they work. But then when you try to get it done in the funded account, even the pristine entries aren't even good. What's up with that? Yeah, it's undefeated, man. Like you say, you had to be there. You had to have been there, man. Yeah, yeah. No drawdown. Like, dude, it was the craziest thing in the world. No drawdown, full port, random entry on the chart. No analysis, no nothing. Oh yeah. Hey, let's just go short here. Okay. And it works. Twice. He said, "Man, I should have been in my funded." Yeah, you should have. But I guess if you put it in your funded account, we all know what would have happened. They're hunting my stops. They're hunting my stops. The market would have hunted his stops. They're hunting my stops. Oh, well, because technically none of this shit broke structure to the upside. That's like the only one that did it for real. I mean, technically, yeah. Mm, it's the same thing. So we'll look to see if we get this thing pushed to push back up. But man, Don't let anybody tell you that chart geometry does not work. Do not let anybody convince you that circles, triangles, squares, and lines do not work, because you don't need my word for it. Look at this trend line from a couple of sessions ago, still holding weight in this market. When you see memes that say, so you're saying that the market reacts to the lines on your chart? You know, stupid memes like that to get you to believe that this stuff doesn't work. Look at this trend line and tell me that it does not work. Tell me that it doesn't. It even flipped around and it's still being used as resistance. Tell me it doesn't work. It formed into a triangle, and I guess the market just chose to trade like this in between both of these trend lines, I guess, right? I guess the market chose to randomly use these trend line as support, and you can see that price breaks down, finds support at this trend line, tries to break back out above this trend line, and fails at this trend line, and uses this trend line as resistance. Don't ever allow someone to convince you that trend lines, circles, triangles, and squares don't work, because they do. And I feel that I showcase that a lot on this stream. As long as you have your trend lines, your circles, triangles, and squares drawn correctly, they will always work. But I believe that the trade that we took at the end of the stream, man, was that a beautiful trade. I didn't expect it to work. I did not expect it to work. I'm not even going to sit here and try to front. But the trade that I took was literally just my initial entry was the rejection off of this 21, and my follow up contract, or my scaling contract, was to kind of short the retest of this orb breakdown to the low. And I was definitely a happy trader when I came back and saw that not only was my targets filled, but I left some money on the table. And this is the second day that we decided to trade the ES orb versus the Nasdaq orb. And I feel that we're trading the ES orb in probably one of the most challenging weeks to trade, the week of Jackson Hole. And we did not get faked out. Well, actually, I think we did. We did bought the attempted breakout from the bulls here. But the great thing about the ES is that once you see a breaker structure to the downside, you can definitely just reverse your entry, and you should be good. And that's exactly what we did today. We took the initial loss. We didn't go tilt. There was really no reason to go tilt. We took the initial loss. We saw that price broke through this trend line. And once I saw that, I just knew this is a flip and shorted. And we caught that short from the top. We got our targets filled. And then we got this follow-up trade to go into the end of the day just super green today. And I was talking to Alfred and Smith about this. Now that I'm gone back to ES, now the orb short on the Nasdaq super worked. And the ranges that I have drawn, they worked. I don't think that my ranges are incorrect or anything, but this is what I will say about the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq does make a lot of unnecessary movements before it actually makes the real movement. I mean, shit, this small piece of, if you follow the trend down here on the Nasdaq, I mean, shit, the 8:30 open was good. This fake out to the downside for a long was good. The break to the downside, I mean, it was good. I'm pretty sure we would have stayed on the right side of the market with the Nasdaq. We wouldn't have gotten caught up with this fake drop. We've documented the Nasdaq uh, for a while, and we know that the Nasdaq likes doing this shit. So we wouldn't have gotten caught in this. We actually called out this move before it happened. We called out this little move before it happened, and uh, one of the things I take pride in about trading is being able to fully understand what's going on in the market, understand where market participants are in pain, per se. Right here is where the bulls failed to hold this trend line right here, this resistance trend line going down. We got the bulls breaking out right there, trying to hold it. But we said that if the bulls break back below that trend line and break through this orb low, that would have been devastating for the bulls in this area right here. And that this was going to be a great area for the bears to step back in and for the trap bulls that are sitting right here to alleviate their pain and sell out of their positions for a small loss or break even, depending on where they entered at. And it played out. And I like to see stuff like that. I enjoy it. And obviously, the Nasdaq will definitely go further than the ES. I don't think y'all need me to tell y'all that. It's what the ES, that's what the Nasdaq does. But before this happens, you just have to survive all this craziness right here. So, well, Jackson Hole, whatever. But I appreciate that though. And yeah, Alfred, I mean, shit. I mean, you've seen it. We've made a lot of money on ES so far. We've made a lot of money on ES. And I think we made 5,000, 5,400 on Monday. And I was copy trading. So I made 27. I made 27 in both accounts. Today I traded in one account and altogether, well, actually two accounts, because the stream account, we made the money back from that loss and we got that money back. And then the trade that I took at the end of the stream, I think that was about $900. No. I think like 15 because of the scaling. So altogether, I made about 2,000 plus the loss, so about $2,500 altogether. But I had to get back that loss. So we've definitely been making a lot of money in ES, and we've been relatively trading small size. We're trading 15 micro contracts, which is basically a mini and 5 micros. And y'all guys know that I'm really comfortable trading like 3 to 5 contracts on ES. But I want to start copy trading ES, so I need to get comfortable. Well, not necessarily comfortable. I can just copy trade the 15 micro contracts across 3 accounts, and that'll be 5 minis, or just about 5 minis right there. It'll be 4 minis and 5 micros across 3 accounts. And if you make what, 2,000 at least, maybe even $1,000 in all those accounts, be a $3,000 a day across those accounts. So I will continue to do the same thing on the ES. I will still do the NA meetings for the Nasdaq. We'll still document the Nasdaq, but I'll probably just focus on the ES now. My focus won't be the Nasdaq. I'm not moving away from the Nasdaq, but this time, and I kind of mean it, uh, it's fun to trade the Nasdaq. But if you want to hold an account long term, then it's just unfortunately the Nasdaq is just too volatile to do that. Days like today, yesterday, I mean, especially yesterday on the Nasdaq, who didn't lose their account on that crap? Who didn't lose their account on this crazy price action on the Nasdaq, man? I mean, when the candles are painted on the chart, it's like, oh yeah, everything is obvious, but we all know that if he was trading this in real time, the Nasdaq was going down and it was popping up, going down, popping up, making you feel that it was going up, and then it drops right back down. A lot of people lost their accounts on the Nasdaq on Monday. I'm pretty sure they lost their account today as well. Uh, I like to call this price action when the Nasdaq passes around the collection plate, the collection plate price action, where she collects all of her accounts that she requires for sacrifice. And if you're not trading small size with the Nasdaq and you find yourself on the wrong side of it, it's definitely not fun. Gold is now my favorite market for sure. Shit, I might get one. Shit, I might get a gold do rag. But you know we gotta get this green do rag for this money. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna see a push here potentially. If not, I mean, if the market is wanting to continue to go down, then that's fine too. But uh, hmm. Orbception. We got the orb high and the orb low in the same location, or around 419. Yesterday's low. So I'm gonna take the chance here. I'm gonna take the chance on the long here. YM, he said that you spent 5 hours outside cleaning up the yard. He said you got halfway through it. And this is what TPT, correct? But we also talked about so if we kind of go back to the conversation that we had on Sunday. And I was saying that right now the market is super long. And if you recall, I said that we could potentially see a big move down and then a big move up once the market confirms that Powell would or could potentially cut rates in the upcoming meeting. Because one thing is definitely for certain, the institutions are 64% long and they're only 36% short. So a big move is definitely coming. We have FOMC minutes tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central. We have Fed Bostic. And then I guess the symposium starts at I guess the Jackson Hole symposium starts at 7 o'clock. Kind of like the FOMC meeting. I guess it's all right. So yeah, so it's like for the next 3 days at 7 o'clock. So we'll see if we can get the market to move tomorrow. We'll see. But obviously, FOMC minutes are going to be on everybody's radar. Obviously, the 20-year bond auction is going to be another big one. We do have Fed Waller speaking around 10 o'clock Central Time. And then on Thursday, so I think after Wednesday, we should see the market. We should see the market pick up tomorrow, because now we have some market moving data Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Because we all know that that the Fed is looking at the job data, or is looking at the job data for the labor market. So now the job data means something, continuous and initial jobless claims. That's going to be on everybody's radar, especially since it's before Friday's Jackson Hole meeting. I don't think the Philadelphia Fed manufacturing survey is going to be a big deal. It's obviously it's news. It's being released at the same time as the job data, so it doesn't really matter what the market is reacting to. But the focus is definitely going to be on that job data. We have S&P Global Manufacturing, Composite Services, and services is also something else that Powell says that he's looking at as well. So the market is definitely going to be looking at that. Yeah, so we should see movement in the market in the next 3 days. We have the data to move the market. So hopefully we can get some decent price action instead of chop city and these stressful shorts that these bears are just having a hard time following through with. The bears literally had to wait until the bulls got exhausted. The bulls spent all their bullets, and once the bulls exhausted their resources, that's when we finally got the market to crash down, to break down. But look at all this consolidation and chop. The bulls were just being relentless, not letting this thing drop, just buying this thing up. And then when they finally ran out of bullets, they finally broke that low at 718. We finally got this drop, this stop run lower. And just know that this had nothing to do with bears. It had everything to do with the bulls getting exhausted and their stops being used to fuel this market lower. Yes, that is definitely true. Alfred has definitely received that much in payouts. Definitely. I'm going to get right back up there with you, Alfred. As crazy as this sound, I took a break from the money. Taking a break. I definitely have. This has definitely been a self-discovery. I definitely been in a self-discovery phase, and I think the right thing to do is just to stick with the ES, regardless of how I feel. I believe once we spoke about this on Sunday, I said trading the Nasdaq feels like, or switching from trading the ES to the Nasdaq feels like driving your Lamborghini supercar and then getting out of that Lamborghini supercar and going home in like in a minivan or buggy or a regular person car. That's what it feels like making this transition. It's slow. Santiago had to wait damn near 10 years just to get his target hit this morning. 10 years. Santiago is 10 years older waiting to get his target hit. But when the ES breaks out, it's definitely a beautiful thing because once the ES is gone, she's gone forever. Once you're in a good spot with the ES, you can really just go somewhere else, do something else, come back, and know that your stop wasn't unnecessarily hit for no reason. If you are right, you will stay right. If you are wrong, you'll be wrong. It's just that cut and dry when you trade the ES. And there's plenty of advantages trading the ES over the Nasdaq. I find myself since I've made the switch, now I don't necessarily care to trade overnight anymore. I know that if push comes to shove, I know I have the ES orb that I can trade. And because I know I have the ES orb, it focuses all of my energy at that 8:30 open. If I miss a trade on ES, I know that orb is going to work. And that orb is going to produce at least 10 points, at least. And shit, if I'm lucky, I can double dip. I can get my target filled, place another order for the pullback, and then get that filled and double dip in it. Another advantage of trading the ES is that the DOM, you can look at the DOM and look where everybody else has their orders at. The DOM is very accurate on the ES. These pivot points are very accurate on the ES. You can scout from pivot point to pivot point. If you're a scalper, the ES does come with a lot of opportunities. It just requires you to be patient. Oof. Let's see if we can get something in gold. Mm, mm. It looks like the big money wants gold to go lower because when you see this grinding like this is a big indication that retail made several attempts to buy the dip. And it looks like they're still trying to buy this thing, man. As it goes down, they're trying to buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Honestly, when the market is going down like this on gold, I really don't know what makes people want to buy it when gold is definitely a liquidity queen. She is a stop digger. She will allow you to sit there and dig yourself a hole so she can use your stops to make the move that she's intended to make. That's why I just wait for the pullbacks and trade the pullbacks on gold, because the gold can snatch away your account so fast. Just imagine being full port in a position right here, trying to retest this breaker structure, because honestly, I'm surprised that that gold just literally just double topped. Well, never mind. Never mind. I'll take that back. If you just look to the left, you can see why. But I'm pretty sure a lot of buyers were probably wanting to target this area right here for the short, and they got too aggressive, and they got stopped out here. If you don't stop out on gold, man, you might as well just say goodbye to your account and hope that it's not a personal account, because that margin call on gold does not come back. Gold does not come back. Mm. Honestly, I really don't know. I mean, well, a good spot to look for a trade on gold would be 331, 335, like a range between 335 and 330 is probably a great area right here, because it was this leg right here that initiated this move higher, that took out previous or is this all-time high on gold? I don't think so. But anyway, this leg right here took out this high. So this leg right here took out this high. So when price comes back into this range, we could potentially see a bounce. Well, mm. Yep, that's exactly right, Tony. Yeah, that's definitely right, Alfred. Now, I will say this. If I'm trading smaller size, which honestly, I always say that trading small size on the ES is a waste of your time. But if you're in a personal account and trading 3, 5, I don't know. Mike, I feel like just one mini on ES, you should have enough money in your account to at least trade one mini. Because anything less than that is literally a waste of time. Literally a waste of time on the ES. 10 points on one MES contract is what, $50? And the ES makes you work for that 10 points. Me personally, I wouldn't be trading anything less than 10 micros on ES. I mean, that's just me. But when I'm in my funded account and I trade the ES, I trade one contract and I take advantage of the fact that 10 points, 11 points on the ES is about $500. So if I'm targeting 10 points, I usually have a 1-to-1 when I trade a funded account. If I get in too early, I know I have 10 points of drawdown that is almost really highly unlikely to ever get hit. Because with what account was I trading with the what is it called? The My Funded Futures. I think the most you can make is like $500 or something like that. So that, I mean, honestly, I just took advantage of the ES. I took advantage of those accounts using the ES. I 1-to-1. I'm getting in at an area of demand. 10 points to drawdown, 10-point target, 1-to-1. Usually because I'm in a right spot. I mean, I don't ever have to worry about my stop getting hit. Ever. High win rate on ES using that strategy. But if I'm trading size, there is no way in hell I'm giving the market 10 points. Right now, I'm using a 5-point stop, but honestly, that may be too much, honestly. I want to get to the point to where I have like a 3-point stop or something like that on ES. But I'll probably stick with the 5-point stop because that allows me to scale into it if I'm a little bit early and take a $400 loss if I'm wrong. I guess I say all that to say this. If you're trading the ES and you have a big stop, ES allows you to trade in a very systematic manner. You shouldn't be blowing your account on ES in one trade. If you're blowing your account on the ES in one trade, you're going to have to really go in the bathroom, splash some water on your face, look up in the mirror, and really ask yourself what the hell you're doing. We can understand you blowing your account on the Nasdaq. It's hard to justify blowing an account on the ES in one trade, unless you're just super over leveraged. Because the ES don't move that damn fast. If you see that you're wrong and you're over leveraged and you're being stubborn, I mean, the ES literally gives you 10 hours to really consider your position before it moves against you. It really allows you that long to consider getting out of your position or reducing your risk or whatever you need to do. Because it gives you ample time to do so. Hmm. Yeah, I think so too, Cave Trader. It's really hard to lose on ES if you trade ES correctly. I mean, it's really hard to lose. The ES is basically Ryu in Street Fighter. It's a great beginner character or a beginner instrument, but if you master it, man, is it so powerful. It's balanced. And if you master it and trade it the way that it's supposed to be traded, the ES can definitely change your life. I know this. I just hate the fact that ES trades so slow. And that's why I prefer to stay over there at the trading the Nasdaq. But moving forward, or I have to understand and admit to myself that I blow too many accounts trading the Nasdaq, regardless of the amount of success that I have with the Nasdaq. It's just a very challenging endeavor to keep it long term. Hmm. Hmm. 428, huh? Yeah, it looks like, at least on the ES, it looks like there's some heat building up around 428. I agree. I agree, Rocket. And you know what, Rocket? You know, it's crazy that you said Carmine. I was talking to Smith about that earlier today. I was telling, I was like, man, if I'm going to trade the ES, I'm going to be up there with him. I'm going to be up there with him. We're going to be known. It's going to be Nasdaq Anonymous, but he trades the ES. Trading the ES is a part of my 12-step strategy, my 12-step plan, my 12 steps trading the ES. But yeah, all jokes aside, Carmine is definitely a good trader. I learned a lot from Carmine. Uh, Damn, what's his name? It's just that he was trading the ES while I was trading the Nasdaq. A lot of his content surrounds the ES. What's that other guy's name? What's that other guy's name? Um, what's that other guy's name? Uh, where's that other guy's name? This guy right here, Vincent. Yeah. This was another guy that I was watching when I was trading options. So when I started trading options, when I was making that switch to options to futures, it was Vincent, Carmine, uh, Trading Wars. I know Alfred was telling me the same thing, that he also watched Trading Wars as well. And then there was one. It's these old guys. Let me see if I can find them. Damn, it's been so freaking long. Um, Damn, been so long. But these guys are dinosaurs. But man, they were definitely the foundation of technical analysis for me. Bar by bar analysis is what the guy called it. Let me see if I can actually find it. Bar by bar analysis. There it goes. Let's see if we can find it. Bar by bar analysis. They probably won't even show up. Bar by bar analysis options. Really good guys. This is interesting. I can't find. Can't find it. I guess this goes to show that, man, if the algorithm doesn't like you, or if you don't cater to this freaking algorithm, it doesn't show up, or it doesn't show your page or your content. Because I know that they've had a couple of titles where they called it bar by bar analysis or bar something, whatever, right? And I really wanted to show you guys because that's where a lot of my technical analysis came from. Okay. All right. Whatever. Whatever, man. It just sucks that I can't find it. Anyway, but yeah, when I was trading options, those were the people that I trusted in terms of learning how to trade. I was never so I was never comfortable being a part of like somebody's group for too long because I didn't want to get comfortable with somebody shouting out, "Oh yeah, this is this level, buy this level or sell this level." Because yeah, I probably would have made money, but I wouldn't have learned nothing. Oh crap, there's an other guy too. Man, let me see if I can find him. Damn, what's his name? Insider Traders. Let me see if I can find the guy. It's an other guy, really great too. Actually, I may still get emails from him. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I get emails from him. Oh, Profits Taken. That's his name. Profits Taken. Profits Taken. Really, dude, this guy is good. This guy is really good. This guy right here, Peter Tarr, really good. If you're an options trader, make sure you follow this guy. He's really good, man. Really freaking good. Uh, he kind of explains what's going on. He says that he was a CEO, I guess a money manager in this space, and now he's on the retail side, doing the retail thing. And we're very similar in terms of we're very knowledgeable, but just like me, this guy doesn't have a real drive to be as big as everybody else or bigger than he could be. I'm happy with the small group. I don't want millions of followers. It's not necessarily something that's big on my list. I'm gonna show up every day. I'm going to provide value to this community. and I appreciate those that show up. I never was interested in becoming a dancing clown for attention. And this guy is very similar because this guy he should have literally over 1 million followers because he is that good. He is that good. I think I don't know if he still does it, but on Twitter, he posts winning trades every day. Winning, like, dude, winning trades, and he explains why. He calls the trades out and he explains why they will work. And they always, or at least when I was watching them, they always worked. And I was like, damn, this is who I want to be. I want to provide this type of value to this community. So yeah, this is the guy right here. Really good. Okay. You say you've been studying bar by bar? Yeah, bar by bar analysis. Oh, you watch the same guy? So which one are you talking about? Cave Trout, are you talking about Vincent Carmine? Yeah, discipline is definitely a big part of this, man. Definitely is a big part. The one thing that I was trying to try to understand, and it feels like it just becomes overwhelming, is understanding footprint charts. Footprint charts. Like, how the hell do you look at this damn thing and understand what the hell is even going on? I was watching some of Carmine's footprint charts videos, and I'm still like, dude, what the hell is what the hell is even going on? Because it doesn't seem to be consistent. It doesn't seem to be consistent. It kind of tells you where the imbalances are, but it doesn't mean anything. The market is going to go in a direction that is going to go in anyway. But I'm looking at the bid and the ask, and I guess you're supposed to read it like diagonally like this. And I really don't understand this crap. But a lot of traders prefer to trade like this. They prefer to look at it bar by bar, candle by candle, understand what the hell is going on inside the candle. I mean, you see a lot of imbalances in this area. But then you still see price kind of go above those areas though. So it's like, well, I mean, you see the market trading above these areas, even though they're showing up on the chart. And then the market goes. So I mean, when I look at it, it's like, well, shit. Well, how do you really know? And usually, as I try to go over the footprint chart and try to understand what the hell is going on, I was like, yeah, that's just too much. In real, if I'm looking at it that hard, when the market is not even moving, just imagine trying to understand it while it's moving.
Mm, mm,
Mm. I think it's 8. He said I gotta get into trading with the order flows. I really appreciate the footprints. Mm. The ES trend always wins. The ES trend always wins. Ugh.
mm, mm.
I mean, shit. The Nasdaq is definitely all over the place. I don't see how anything works with the Nasdaq. We'll see. It'll be nice when the market starts its trade with some volume again. That will be nice. You start to get some real price action. Oof. All right. Well, you know that the Golden Girls take their time overnight to cross the street. So, but man, this was a beautiful short right here on that orb low, man. Beautiful short. Mm, okay. All right. So between 8:46 and 8:51. Well, oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. Wow. Okay. Huh. That is interesting. I didn't know that. All right. So between 846, 851, the MNQ closed below the opening range low and traded 21 points to the downside, then retraced and closed back within the opening range. Between 927 and 934, the MNQ closed below the opening range and traded 48 points to the downside before pulling back to the 50 EMA slash the opening range low, where price found resistance and traded 234 points to the downside going into the close of the session. And you can tell that we're starting to see a trend with the market. Usually, when we have a lot of liquidity being injected into the market during the first 15 minutes of the market, is usually when we have our big days. That's looking like that's starting to be a trend. Well, I guess on this day it didn't work out. Only 74,000 contracts were added into the market, and it moved 144 points to the high. Let's see if that's starting to be a trend. 94, so 200. So about 100,000 contracts were added. We started the session with relatively high volume. Yeah, it looks like on days is when we get these big volumes, we get these big moves. Okay. Well, that's something, that's another data point that we can start paying attention to. I think because the market may be shifting from low liquidity to high liquidity now, we'll see if that data is still going to remain to be true. If we see a lot of liquidity being injected in the market during the first 15 minutes. Uh, uh, all right. Uh, document this real quick. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's definitely true. I definitely agree with that, K trader. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. I guess it's just hard for the Bulls. The bulls don't want to buy this thing up, so uh, mm, let me look at this real quick. That's a nasty hourly candle right there. 1275, huh? 1275. 1275. Okay. All right. So, as always, I will definitely leave this position running overnight. Hopefully, we don't get stopped out here. Hopefully. But at the same time, I just took a chance at this level. There was really no there was really no reason to take it there. When I initially got into this position, I saw the market push back up after it took out yesterday's low, so I took a chance at these lows. It's just unfortunate that I could potentially be stopped out of this unless the bulls hold here. But the market is still downtrending on ES though. So hmm. Even if we do see a pop, we could see the market get rejected off the 21 EMA, the 50. You know the one thing about ES, I think ES might be my soulmate instrument. Maybe I don't know. The reason why I say that is because for whatever reason, on the ES, if I take a losing trade on the ES, I don't get emotionally. I accept the loss. I really don't know why I can't do that on the Nasdaq and gold. It's always been the ES that I just always accepted the outcome. It's like, oh, I got another win. Okay. Okay. So it stopped me out. Let's see if I can find another area to kind of make the money back. I haven't gone tilt on ES. Actually, that's not true. I went tilt on ES at one time where it missed my, like, dude, it missed me by a tick. And then the ES pumps up 100 something points. I don't know why she chose to do that stupid shit. And this is when I was trading the U Profit swing account. So I was in my swing account and it missed me by a tick and it had the nerve to trade 100 points because this was after Powell came out and said that he will not be cutting rates after we found out who the next president was after he said that he was. And that's when we got that 1,000-point drop on the market the first time when Powell says, "Oh yeah, we're not actually going to cut rates no more. Harris ain't going to be president." So because Harris ain't going to be president, now we're really worried about inflation. I don't know why, but it really kind of it's not. That's not a good look for Powell. It really isn't, because it really does make him look like he's saying all this shit about, oh, he needs more data and blah 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 blah, but he was willing to cut rates if Harris was going to be president. And trading that recovery from that drop, man, the ES missed me by a tick. I felt so attacked, and I went super heavy because obviously I missed 100 points on the ES, so I over leveraged. I was profitable. I just didn't take the profits, and uh, I think I was up $15,000 in that account. But because I was so tilted, I was thinking about the money I could have made if I was in at the bottom. The crazy thing is that I was up the same amount of money if I was in my regular size position and I caught the whole move. I was literally at the same amount of money. But in my mind, because I missed the bottom, it wasn't good enough. And when all those profits evaporated from my account because I didn't take profits, that was just the needle. What is it? The needle that broke the camel's back, the straw that broke the camel's back, whatever, however you say it. Yeah, that account was gone after that. And I remember that so vividly because I remember telling myself that, man, going tilt does, I mean, it is, there's no logic in tilt. I literally was up the same amount of money I would have been if I was in at the bottom and held up $15,000 in that account. And it wasn't good enough because I missed the bottom. Hmm. Okay. Well, either the ES is going to allow me to participate in this move, or she's not. I have my stop in place. At least it looks like the market could potentially go in my favor. It definitely looks like they are buying it up. So we'll see. Yeah, K Trader, I see it. I know the ES trend always win. I know. I see it. I see it. I see it. But a man can hope and dream, though. I can hope and I can dream. I can hope and dream, but yeah, I know. I see it. The ES trend always win. The market is in a downtrend for sure. We took out that low right there. We'll see. Honestly, when it comes to the ES, because I usually have really good entries, if price kind of goes too far past my entry, in my mind, I already kind of see it as a loss. Even if it doesn't necessarily turn out to be a loss, I just start to look for the next trade. Because I know one thing's for sure. If you're in the right spot with ES, she doesn't overshoot. There's really there's not it's not often that the ES overshoots. I'm not saying that she doesn't swipe and eats liquidity, but she's not going to have a candle closing below structure. It's going to be a wick. So usually when I see that happens, it's like, well, okay, well, this could be a loss, and if it is, I'm just going to look for the next trade. Mm. You know what? Yeah, K trader, we are definitely still in a bull market, but it definitely does not feel that way. Definitely doesn't feel that way for sure. Mm. But all right, guys, I'm out of time for this session. I'm gonna leave this trade running overnight. Hopefully, I don't get ticked out on this one, but I'm not too concerned about this account. This is definitely my throwaway nighttime account. I'm not. Uh, this is not the account that we're following. I only trade that account during the first 15 minutes of the New York Open, looking for that orb trade. So this is definitely just a throwaway. Just have a trade on during the night account. So, but all right, guys, we'll definitely come back tomorrow, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. With that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.